Been good. Been good. You know, I just told them, we watched some clips, some things that we had breakdowns, and then where fate intervened against us. About 7 plays. Fate intervened.
Fate had a whistle.
Fate intervened. And so you got to play anyway. Just play. And that was my message. And then the other thing is, you know, we just worry about getting better. We're not going to, I said, when are we going to know whether we won or lost? They said, Saturday after the game. So don't worry about it. Let's just prepare to play great. We're not worried about all that. Let's just get better. And they got better yesterday.
Are you going to shake up your starting
lineup?
lineup?
No, we're fine. You know, if I need to put a guy in, I'll put him a minute into the game. Alex was great again. I mean, he's growing leaps and bounds. He was again, he's doing things that no one else on our team could do right now. And, you know, it's great that he's building his own self-esteem, his own self-confidence, it's all him. It's not me saying, well, this thing, because they know when you're BSing. You can't BS players. They know. You tell me I'm great and I stink. They look in the mirror. They know. And he's doing some things. He's making jumpers now, making his free throws. It's all, but it started with that base foundation. Get in shape mentally. Get yourself right. And you can't get mentally right until you physically can push through comfort levels and get yourself to where you've never been. And that's what he did.
Is that play at the end of the game, the offensive rebound?
Unbelievable. No one else. I don't know of another player in the country that could make that play, and I know no one on our team could make it.
Would he have made that play 3 months
ago?
No,
he would have never gone after the ball. He would have never attempted. And then when you talk to him about it, why didn't you go after it? His head would have went down, he would have slumped. And that's what he was then. But now he can be alert because he's in great shape. He can be alert because he's busted through comfort levels. He's doing more than he's ever thought he can do. And it just took him more time. I mean, these kids are on different timetables. They all are.
Besides the conditioning thing, what's different about him defensively? Because you can see him awfully good when he's on the floor.
Yeah, because he can stay in his stance, he can bounce, he can think. He's not looking like, how can I stop? Where can I cut a corner? He's just playing. And it all comes back to the same thing. I mean, we you know, again, for him, and I'm talking to all these guys, you can't deal with the clutter, all the other stuff out there. And he had to deal with clutter. It's this, it's that. He likes him more if you did this and that. And no one in that clutter makes these kids take responsibility. At some point, you got to be a man and man up. And it isn't about another player in the team. It's not about the coach. It's about me. And I'm going to change this. And you get rid of the clutter. But I'm going to tell you, the clutter is not just at Kentucky. It's at every school in the country. There's clutter. And the kids, like our kids, have overcome that. And then they go on because they understand about taking responsibility. How are they doing at the next level? They don't blame anybody. They take responsibility. The guys that don't take responsibility stay here longer until you're ready to take responsibility and be a man about your decisions and your choices, which leads to your performance. And you have to own that. If you don't own it, and people around you don't want you to own it, it's not you, it's him, and he likes him better. And if you played like he played, and every time you make a mistake, he comes, and it's out there for him. That clutter is what we're trying to get rid of so we can just play and not deal with any of that. And I said it yesterday, we got a great group of kids. I mean, these kids, I can't remember what coach called me and just said, as long as you got good kids, this will be fine. And we do. He'd have made one of those free throws, but I thought he did some good things. There was a block he should have had. Kid drove baseline, and he didn't block it. When he didn't block that, then you're like, okay, what's he at? So then I took him out. But if he had blocked that, he'd have played more. His hand never went above the rim. Now think about what I said. When he went to block it, his hand never went above the rim. Now usually his head is near the rim, and that would have been a block, and then he makes it different. You got to do what you do. And again, whatever the reason, you know, I'm not going to argue or say it's this, that, and the other. Whatever you didn't perform, boom, I got to try somebody else. But Calipari, you know, wasn't the answer, and that's why we went small. Because Calipari just was giving up basket after basket after basket.
Something
John,
going on with Willie in that game? You talked about sort of a non-factor. He seemed a little
Just
out of it.
he was, and they're not machines, but he was unbelievable in practice yesterday. He knows. He's taking responsibility. He knows it wasn't what I said or did. It wasn't what a teammate was doing. It was his performance. He owned it. Now I got to change it. And that's where you go. After the game, and I wasn't in there immediately after the game, but James tried to apologize to his team, and they're all like, stop. You don't make the three, we're not even here. I could have got the ball. Another guy said, I was standing there too, James. Don't you do that. You played and made shots to help us. So this is on all of us. Good sign. Good sign. Again, you know, you got to know that you're there for each other. And like I said, we got stuff we got to do, but we're right now, like I was jacked to be at practice yesterday. I was like, let's go. And today, we're doing a little earlier because an early start tomorrow. But I'm excited about being here today. And again, a lot of it is just being real, keeping it real, being truthful, and now let's deal with this and move. Individual players playing a certain way, we're getting closer, we're still not there. But basically against the last game, you have 7 errors of miscommunication, easy basket. When you do 7 of those, and then fate intervenes also, how are you going to win the game on the road? You're just not. Fate intervenes and you only have 2 of those kind of errors, you still win and say, man, we just won against all odds. That is great stuff. But we weren't ready to do that. So, all right, guys, thanks. Got to go.